Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys, I've been hitting the pot of greed really good, having that good pot of greed, not that jar of greed, because jar of greed doesn't hit you for at least a turn. And, I got the munchies, and I had some Dolce pudding cess, actually. She was really good. And then, I decided to do an update on this radical deck profile of Mokey. So yeah, guys, I hope you all are feeling those Mokey vibes as we do a Mokey deck profile update for you guys. So I'm going to get out of character and get into my real self. Yeah, I have to do this when I'm doing a Mokey deck profile. So, yeah, guys, serious talk now. I love this deck. It's fun, it's memey, and I've actually done some updates on it since I last profiled it in January, to the point that with new support that has come out and some new tech cards I've put into the deck, I thought it was high time to do a deck profile on Mokey. So, guys, let us do a Mokey deck profile. So don't forget to Mokey like the like button and subscribe to the Mokey channel of Seto Kaiba. So yes, enough Mokeying around. Let's get started with the Mokey. So we run 3 Mokey. If somebody, I said, if they want to send me first ed Mokeys, I'd be eternally Mokey grateful. So yes, guys. We run 3 Mokey vanillas. Now, people may have been jokingly asking me, where is Happy Lover? Because technically you could run Happy Lover in this deck with Mokey. I decided not to do that. But there are other options you can run in the deck. But I just prefer running pure Mokey because you can just keep abusing him in the deck. So 3 Mokey in the deck. In addition to that, we run 3 Shining Angel. This is to help get your Mokey out on the field. There are other cards. I've seen people run Happy Lover, and then they run this, and then they run Ties of the Brethren. I tried this out, actually, and I was just like, it's cool if you're revolving strictly around Mokey Smackdown. Because if you're doing that, like if you're trying to go for Ties of the Brethren, right? And you're trying to strictly make the deck Mokey Smackdown based, which is cool and all, then yeah, maybe you run 3 Happy Lover and then Ties of the Brethren. I mean, that's a possibility. But I want to utilize this deck in a way that it could be used for Link summoning, Exceed summoning, and it had a better chance of winning. So Shining Angel is really nice in that aspect because it can help bring out your Mokey if you need to help set up. And then if it gets destroyed, because it's a fairy light, it'll also trigger Mokey's effect, which is great. So you can run it, get the effect, and Mokey will become 3,000, and then you get another Mokey on the field. So that's the reason why we run that. In addition to that, we run 3 Watch Cat. Now you may be saying, what does this card got to do in the deck? Well, it has a multitude of different uses in the deck. It can be used for Link summoning and going into level 1 Exceed plays, which is cute, but it also has an additional ability, which is really nice, because it helps you search out Mokey Smackdown for your deck. Now, granted, you have to set the Mokey Smackdown. It is a little bit slow, and I will completely agree if you don't want to run Watch Cat. But this is an update I decided to run to help search out Mokey Smackdown. So you have the ability to go from Mokey Smackdown and do plays with it a little bit more easier. But like I said, it's a free special summon, because as long as you don't control monsters, you can just go special summon, and then you can use it for Link plays, or if you just have another level 1 on the field, you can go for a level 1 Exceed play, which you can go into like Sylvan Princess Sprout. So it has a little bit more versatility than just searching for Mokey Smackdown from play testing the deck. So I definitely tried out in the deck. I really liked Watch Cat, and he's going to stay in the deck. Next, we run 3 King of the Swamp. King of the Swamp is in here for multiple different reasons. It helps you search out for polymerization if you want to go for Mokey King. And in addition to that, what it also can do for you is it can be a substitute target if you're trying to go for Mokey King. So maybe you only have 2 Mokeys on the field or in your hand. This is your third Mokey King you can go for. So that's the reason why we run King of the Swamp. It helps search polymerization. And don't forget that we don't, just because we run vanillas, we also can run First of the Dragons. So this all works out nicely. Because say you just want to, instead of going for Mokey King, you want to go for First of the Dragons, you can do that because you can just discard this, pitch it, search Poly, go for First of the Dragons, which is a cool little card to run in the deck if you just want to go for 2 vanillas, and it's a better card than Mokey King in all aspects, but it's there if you need to. So yeah, 3 King of the Swamp. We've explained this before. Guiding Light is another card that's cool in the deck. I really like it. It's really, really nice to have, I'm going to say, in this deck, Guiding Light, because what it does for you is really cool. The fact that what I can do with this card is you can bring back Mokey. It can help you go for level 1 Exceed plays, help you go for some basic Link plays. It's so versatile, and it's a fairy too, so it can help power up your Mokey. So 3 Guiding Light. Then we also run 3 Honest. There's no reason you should not run 3 Honest in this deck. If there was an archetype more based around Mokey, then yeah, probably I may, play around with Honest, depending upon those cards, but there's not. So you need all the help you can get, and this deck being mostly light attribute is really, really nice for this reason, so we run 3 Honest for that. So, 3 Honest. We also run 1 Herald of Heaven. You may ask, why are you running this card? Well, there's 2 things you could do. You could either run Terraforming, or you could run Zero Herald and possibly have the ability to just normal summon him as a beat stick and go for a Link play. And if you wanted to run some rank 4s, you could, but I've never been able to go for them really consistently enough to consider it. But what it does for you is it helps you search out probably the best card for Mokey, so you don't take a lot of damage, because it is a battle phase deck. Kind of like Amazons are, or more so were from like the GX era. You could search this out, so when you're attacking with Mokey, a light fairy, be it whatever one, you're not going to have to take the damage, and your Mokey will still gain the attack bonus. So for that reason, it's really nice. It's a terraforming searcher on legs, which is nice to have. So yeah, it helps search, like I said, for the Sanctuary in the sky. Next, we run our 3 Mokey Smackdown. You may think Mokey Smackdown at 3 of is a little bit too much. I understand if you don't want to, but at the end of the day, it's worked out pretty well for me. You want to get to this card. If it gets bricky, I understand. You want to maybe run it as a 2 of, but run it in the deck at some 2 or 3 of, especially with Watch Cat. But I still like it as a 3 of because you want to see it. The next card I run is 2 Unexpected Die. This works out well. Yeah, you may say, well, does this conflict with Watch Cat? Well, yes, it does in a way. I will admit that. But very, very, very lightly. I did try out some other cards because I was play testing around, saying to myself, okay, maybe I want to run something else instead. Maybe I should run, the new Fusion-esque card. I forget what it's called. It just came out of the recent set. But I tried that out, and it worked out well. I was playing around with it, and it was really nice to run, but at the end of the day, I decided not to run it, and I just decided to run Unexpected Die because this deck doesn't always go for fusions. I'm trying to remember the card's name, so forgive me, I've forgotten off the top of my head. But it's so brand new, I don't remember it. But yeah, because that card restricts you to fusions. This does not. And I can go for Link plays, which you're more likely to go for Link plays and Exceed plays than for Fusion plays. So for that reason is the reason why I didn't run it at the end of the day. So 2 Unexpected Die. 2 Moon Mirror Shield. This is just a way to power up. If you can't get Mokey's attack up, you can take this out and help run over big monsters like whatever they may be. Hey, you want to run over a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon? Sure! Who doesn't want to with a Mokey, dude, in 2020? So, you can run over stuff with this and just laugh with your Mokey. So, yeah. Next up, we run 2 Polymerization. This helps you go for First of the Dragon and Mokey like we talked about. So, it helps you go for Mokey King, and also helps you go for First of the Dragon. So, yep, that's what it's here for. So yeah, you don't need to run like fusion plants and all that. It's just there if you want to go for it. Next up, we run 2 Supply Squad. I'm not a big fan of Supply Squad, but in this deck where it's battle based and you're trying to destroy some fairy light monsters why not get some draw power on it? And the card stacks. So if you have 2 of them out, you get 2 draws. So it becomes literally kind of like a, you know, oh, I destroyed a monster, but I got 2 extra draws, and then you can go from there. So I like it. I wouldn't run as a 3 of, because it does take some setup to really utilize this card, and it's a little bit slow, but it's still a really nice card, especially in this deck. Then we have the 2 Sanctuary of the Sanctuary in the Sky. Like I said, this helps prevent you because this is a battle deck. You're doing damage to your opponent. You're destroying your fairies. And when you're doing that, you're not taking the damage. And your Mokey Mokeys are still getting bigger. So, yeah, this works out very well in the deck, and I love it. We also have 2 Infernal Reckless Summonings. This just helps you get Mokey out in the field maybe just a little bit quicker, which is nice. And so I decided to run 2 Infernal Reckless Summoning, and I really like it in the deck. So 2 Infernal Reckless. 1 Tri-White. You can target 3. You can target your Mokey Mokeys and reborn them from your graveyard. It's just a nice kind of pseudo soul charge, like for vanilla normal monsters like this. So 1 Tri-White, definitely try it out. I like it in the deck because, you know, you can target up to 3 level 2 or lower normal monsters like Mokey. Now if you want to run a Happy Lover, maybe I would run that as a 2 of. For your next cards, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 for 1, and 1 Upstart Goblin. We want a little bit of consistency, make it a 39 card deck. Upstart Goblin, 1 for 1, it's simple. You're trying to bring out your Mokey Mokeys a little bit faster. And Monster Reborn's Monster Reborn. I don't think there's much we can say more on that, except it's a great card. Then 2 Radiant Mirror Forces. This is because, like I said, this is a battle phase type of deck, and your opponent may try to just kill you by OTKing you and things of that nature. So your opponents, a lot of times, will try to build these big boards, right? And then they'll try to just kill you outright. And you can just Storm and Mirror Force them back. It's better because, you know, this deck, it doesn't have any control elements. It's a very much battle-based deck, and for that reason, your opponents, you're not going to be impeding your opponent, so they'll have a lot of time sometimes to build up a board, but at least storming gives you the ability to just say, bye, you know, bounce all your cards back. Go back to the extra deck. And then, you know, you don't have to worry so much about the resource gain they just had. So it's just a nice tech to have just in case. I like it. So that's all for the main deck. Let's go on to the extra deck now. We have our Field Center. Who I love her. Go Blue Angel. Next we run 2 Mokey Kings and First of the Dragons. That's what we run here. So Mokey King and First of the Dragons. We run 2 Sylvan Princess Sprout. This is going to be your main level 1 you're going to go for, Exceed wise. I'm sorry that apparently the camera's a little crooked. Yep, there we go. Link Karibo and Relinquish Anima. These are your Link 1s you're going to run. Hippo Shinnigan is just a nice little thing because it can help boost up your light monsters, and then you can get stuff back from grave. It's nice. Also, Cross Sheep is another one I'm running. Cross Sheep is just nice if you're going for fusions and whatnot. Then we have just some generics. Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Cerberus, and Nightmare Unicorn. So Unicorn, right here, Cerberus, the Nightmare package pretty much. In addition to that, we're running Blackluster Soldier of Chaos, which is right here. I'm running Access Code Talker. Broken card. Very good card. And then we'll also run 1 Boral Sword Savage Dragon. So Boral Savage, just in case you can, and Access Code Talker are kind of your boss monsters, but the ability to go for a level 3 as well, you know, a level 3 link is really good. That's why we run Unicorn and also Blackluster Soldier of Chaos, because they're nice to go for the deck, and they're very easy to make. So, saying all that, you know, I hope you guys all enjoyed this deck profile. I really love playing this deck. Like, dude, it's such a fun deck to play. Like, really is fun. It's freaking Mokey. Like, yeah, what else can you say? But if you do like this video, guys, remember to like, don't like, Mokey like this video, and Mokey subscribe to the channel. Till next time, guys, good luck dueling. See you next time. Seto Kaiba out.